Do you think this emotion can potentially come back to haunt the Warriors down the stretch?
Nope. I think Isaiah Thomas can potentially come back and haunt the Warriors down the stretch of the finals. You know, I think that Steph Curry's ankle could act up at the wrong time, and that could potentially come back to haunt the Warriors. The Warriors have been nicked up. Klay Thompson hasn't been 100%. Now Steph out. Durant has been feeling himself a little bit, maturing still as a person, coming to kind of levels of awakenings, it seems like, when he talks about racial and other issues recently. Draymond Green is the emotional issue on the Warriors. He's the kind of heart and soul of the emotion, the emotional heart and soul of the team. And we have seen in the past where he could be baited into doing something that resulted in an ejection. But I'm here to tell you that the Warriors are so great that even that won't matter. Draymond Green could miss a game in these upcoming finals. They will still likely win. Barring catastrophic injury to someone like Steph, Stephen A., the real X factor is Isaiah Thomas. Does he come back as himself, more or less? And do they then have enough time to gel where they can be a serious threat to the Warriors in the finals? It ain't going to be because Kevin Durant is emotional.
Well, it's not about Kevin Durant. It's about the Warriors, number one. And number two, if Isaiah Thomas comes back and the Cleveland Cavaliers are good enough to knock them off, then anything can happen, like a Draymond Green suspension. You got to remember, we can't rule out anything because I'm an individual that maintains, had Draymond Green not been suspended by Adam Silver and the National Basketball Association, had they not given the Cleveland Cavaliers their version of a stimulus package, the Golden State Warriors might be sitting here today and Cleveland Cavaliers never would have won a championship. That's been my mentality for years. I always believed that Draymond Green's suspension cost the Golden State Warriors that title, and I stand by that. So now we fast forward to now. We look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a superstar. He's averaging nearly 25. He's shooting 53% from the game. We don't even blink about it. By the way, had he gotten into a fight, I believe that Kevin Durant is a superstar. I think that he's one of the top 2 or 3 players on the planet. But that skinny dude that you see that is Kevin Durant might not want to get in a fight with DeMarcus Cousins. I'm just saying.
Oh, but Stephen A., you know you messed up, right?
Well, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
I feel like the cop in Menace to Society. You know you messed up, right? You know you messed up.
Why is that?
You've been sitting here, as you would say, religiously telling me that the refs were the ones who messed it up for the Warriors, right? And I'm the one sitting here saying, actually, when you have an emotional player like Draymond Green and LeBron is smart enough to bait him, that's actually on Draymond. He's got to control his emotions. Now you're turning around and using that as an example of an emotional outburst that can cost the team. So I guess LeBron James did use psychological warfare to win.
What I'm saying to you is that I never disputed that. Don't misinterpret my narrative. My point was he should have never been suspended. I never said he didn't have an emotional outburst. I never said he was justified in having it. What I said was it's the damn finals. Get over it. Make sure that the officials in the league office don't have anything to do with determining the outcome of a championship series. That has been my position for years. It has never changed. Check the tape. Having said all of that, all I'm saying is now, because we see that they're willing to do it, because we've seen that it's happened, because the Warriors are leading the league not just in ejections but overall technicals. What I'm trying to say is that your point is valid about how LeBron baited them into it. I never disputed that. What I'm saying is that you should have something far more significant than that to interfere with the outcome of an NBA Finals if you're the league office or if you're an official. And by the way, as an aside, Sean Livingston getting ejected just the other day along with the referee Courtney Kirkland, that was Kirkland's fault. As far as I'm concerned, Sean Livingston didn't do anything wrong. That was all Kirkland. I just want to make sure I'm on the record about that.
I totally agree with that.
It comes down to, in the end, what it
Kirkland
comes down
put
to
head
is that
to
the
head.
Warriors. That's right. Yes, he did. He instigated that, and he's an official, okay? There's no excuse for it. Reminds me of them damn MLB officials that's always instigating stuff with players, and then they get to throw players out. It makes me sick to my stomach. But the point is, in the end, it is what it is. And because that situation is what it is, if you're the Warriors, you have to be mindful of that because of the brilliance of somebody like LeBron, coupled with the brilliance of somebody like D. Wade, who knows how to bait you into being something different than you want to be at inopportune times. You got to be mindful of that.